Hello guys, welcome to another video. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Today's video is gonna be very exciting, because today we are going to see top 5 indie games for low-end PCs. So as for minimum system requirement, you'll be needing a CPU with at least 2 cores, a 2GB RAM, and any integrated graphics processor will be fine. And before going into the video, you guys know the drill. Go smash the subscribe button and obliterate the like button. Also help your friend out by sharing this video. So let's get started. At number 5 spot we have Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a classic two-dimensional game that boasts hand-drawn graphics and countless levels to experience. Side-scrolling action is backed up by extremely responsive controls and a strategy which involves the player choosing his or her own path. Therefore, the sheer number of options and outcomes is nearly limitless. 130 different enemies add a further sense of mystery along the way. Many users will be immediately impressed by the level of detail present in the background graphics. Extremely accurate controls add to this sense of overall smooth gameplay. Many of the adventures will take place within subterranean communities, so there is a decidedly noir feel to Hollow Knight. Each main level is associated with a specific enemy that needs to be defeated, so there is always a challenge around the next corner. As with many games within this genre, the player will gain new skills and abilities over time. Hollow Knight also contains a parallel universe known as Dreamvale. Players can discover different sides to the characters that they are facing through this portal. Ancient shards and relics can help to boost inherent skills, and exquisitely painted backdrops lend a true sense of realism to this one-of-a-kind platform. It's definitely worth trying. At number 4 spot we have Hades. Hades is a roguelike action dungeon crawler video game developed and published by Supergiant Games. Players control Zagreus, the son of Hades, as he attempts to escape from the underworld to reach Mount Olympus, at times aided by gifts bestowed on him from the other Olympians. Each run challenges the player through a random series of rooms populated with enemies and rewards. The game has a hack-and-slash combat system. The player uses a combination of their main weapon attack, a special attack, a dash ability, and a magic ability to defeat them while avoiding damage to progress as far as possible. While Zagreus will often die, the player can use gained treasure to improve certain attributes or unlock new weapons and abilities to improve chances of escaping on subsequent runs. This game has been a commercial and critical success. Hades received universal acclaim for its gameplay, art direction, music, narrative and characters, and sold over 1 million copies. It is considered to be one of the best video games of 2020, and was named Game of the Year from several award ceremonies and media publications. So give it a try. At number 3 spot we have The First Tree. The First Tree is a cute yet surprisingly cool game that is designed to help gamers get in touch with their animal instincts. Players take on the role of a female fox who has lost her cubs and goes on a quest to find them. Along the way there are plenty of animal characters to interact with, such as moose and bears, who may or may not have insight to share with the fox, but all help to add depth to the adventure. One of the great things about The First Tree is that it gives players the chance to take on the role of a fox and explore a large and detailed gaming world in a whole new way. Unlike many other games of this type, it is not overly challenging and allows players to simply enjoy the experience of playing a game without forcing them to take on too much all at once. In order to find the missing fox, players are presented with pieces of a deeper mystery that need to be understood and put together in a plausible way. With its original concept and mysteries, this is an engaging and entertaining game. The only real downside of The First Tree is that it is possible to complete the game in a little over an hour, which could be disappointing for those who are just getting into it. At number 2 spot we have Inside. Inside is a game where you control an unnamed boy in red. Red is an overstatement, though. The graphics in the game are tastefully muted, with black walls and heavily gray and white environments featuring good contrast but little else. Despite that, Inside tells a story with the world, not with words. You start out fleeing large and scary men with flashlights, and from there, though many foes that you'll encounter as the boy use non-lethal methods of stopping your progress, such as tranquilizer darts or nets, you'll still find yourself challenged by them as you progress. Inside is a 2D platformer, and you'll need to understand every bit of its platforming mechanics to progress. As time goes on, you'll explore underwater by swimming and by a boat of sorts, and then you'll have to master an even stranger tool that will completely change how you play. In between this, you'll ask many questions. Why do the guards seem so much more active and animate than the shambling, zombie-like general populace? Why is there a research lab buried beneath the cornfield? And how did all of this happen? After all of this, you'll be rewarded with some jaw-dropping spectacles but no firm answers. You'll have to decide what was truly going on in the game on your own, with the events that occurred as mere guidelines. If this sounds appealing, play inside. Before going into the number 1 spot, make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I'll make more of these and even better videos. Finally, at number 1 spot we have Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium is a 2019 role-playing video game developed and published by ZA/UM. Inspired by Infinity Engine era games, particularly Planescape Torment, the game was written and designed by Estonian novelist Robert Kurvits and features a distinctive oil painting art style with music by the English band Sea Power. Disco Elysium takes place in a large city still recovering from a war decades prior to the game's start, with players taking the role of an amnesiac detective who has been tasked with solving a murder mystery. During the investigation, he comes to recall events about his own past as well as current forces trying to affect the city. Disco Elysium is a non-traditional role-playing game featuring no combat. Instead, events are resolved through skill checks and dialogue trees via a system of 24 skills that represent different aspects of the protagonist, such as his perception and pain threshold. In addition, a system called the Thought Cabinet represents his other ideologies and personality traits, with players having the ability to freely support or suppress them. Disco Elysium is a role-playing video game that features an open-world and dialogue-heavy gameplay mechanics. The game is presented in an isometric perspective in which the player character is controlled. The player takes the role of a detective, who suffers from alcohol and drug-induced amnesia, on a murder case. The player can move the detective about the current screen to interact with non-player characters, NPC, and highlighted objects or move onto other screens. Early in the game they gain a partner, Kim Kitsuragi, another detective who acts as the protagonist's voice of professionalism and who may be able to offer advice or support in certain dialogue options. Other NPCs may be influenced to become temporary companions that join the group and provide similar support. This game offers some unique gameplay elements and a good plot, so it's definitely worth trying. So that's all for today. If you are not satisfied with just 5 games, don't forget to check out my playlist on low-end PC games, which I linked in the card above. So, thanks for watching guys. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon, so you won't miss our future videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.